Is there such a thing as spiritual jihad?
Actually, jihad, actual meaning of jihad, not only linguistic, but Quranic meaning of jihad is only spiritual. Okay? But then physical things as extension of its original meaning. Okay? So jihad, juhad in Arabic language is hardship. Okay? So, for example, asabani juhad. If I will say to you, asabani juhad means I'm struggling. Okay, so I'm in the hardship. I'm experiencing some type of hardship. Okay, so juhad and jihad in its initial meaning as well as Quranic meaning, that means struggling. Okay, Allah says, وَمَنْ جَاهَدَ فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Anyone who struggles in our path, we guide him to our ways. Okay, so anyone who struggles for our sake, we guide him to our paths. Okay, so this ayah came down, very famous, came down even long before battle was given permission to the Muslims. Okay, as defensive battle. Anyway, so jihad initially it means struggling, because nothing, as we mentioned about this martial arts and black belt, so nothing is gainable for free. Nothing is gainable just by sitting on your sofa, isn't it? So everything has got its payment, and payment is hardship. So training yourself, forcing yourself to get used to some very difficult things, difficult rituals. Okay, so means the spiritual stages, spiritual levels, regardless if it is sabr, shukr, okay, sidq, the rest of the spiritual stages, all of them are gainable by jihad. Human jahada, anyone who makes jihad. Jihad is not chopping off the heads of people, but actually struggling. Okay, so training yourself, waking up in the early morning, for example, 3 o'clock when everyone is sleeping. Very difficult, isn't it? But when you have a gun to kill someone, that's the most easiest thing that's enjoyable also. Okay, but what about waking up at 3 o'clock early morning? That's not easy. Okay, even the greatest head chopper may not be able to wake up, because killing someone, you don't feel any hardship. But waking up, that is hardship, you know. Okay, so anyway, the actual meaning, Quranic meaning of jihad is struggling for the sake of God. Okay, but sometimes it may involve battle. For example, some people are invading into your land. Okay, now God orders you to protect yourself, to protect the people who are living in that area. So that is hard. You have to go and you have to gamble by your life. That is difficult. It's difficult to obey what Allah is ordering. So then you can call this battle as jihad. Do you understand? Okay, but if it is the matter of invading into some people who never spoke about you or who never invaded into your land, so that's not called jihad, but that is called as oppression, ta'addi, oppression, transgressing. Okay, so the actual meaning of jihad is spiritual thing, struggling. Okay, trying to gain that hard spiritual levels.
Obviously, and I obviously don't agree with them, but some would say jihad is the wider. They don't see it as it's easy because I pick up a gun and kill someone. They see it as the wider political struggle.
No, it's incorrect. Look, jihad, when this word of jihad, when this word of jihad has been converted into the, for example, into the battle. It was converted into the battle, meaning of battle, by Umayyads and Abbasids. So Umayyads and Abbasids, it's just kingdom, you know. So in the kingdom, they were concerned to make their position wider, bigger, more lands to be conquered by them. So they had to encourage the Muslims to go and, you can say, conquer more lands for the sake of the Umayyads and Abbasids. Okay, so how to make the people, how to excite them? The most successful way of exciting the citizens is by using the religion. So they brought Quran, they said, okay, let's use these Quranic words to support our interests. You understand? Okay, and it was, this word served them quite a lot actually. Okay.
That's the roots.
Yeah, for example, I can give you a verse in Quran. Allah says, وَجَاهِدْهُمْ بِهِ جِهَادًا كَبِيرًا. make jihad against them, against the hypocrites and the pagans, by Quran, very glorious and huge jihad. Okay, so how you can pick up Quran and to go to fight with them? Bihi in here means do jihad against the hypocrites and the pagans by Quran. So how you can fight by using Quran against the hypocrites? You cannot, can you? So jihad in here means how just struggle, okay, very hugest ways. Because when you go to the hypocrites and to the pagans to convince them, okay, and to spread the message, they will insult you. It is hard for you, isn't it? So when you will be spreading the message of Quran, okay, so they will be insulting you, they will be humiliating you, so it's very difficult to bear, isn't it? So God is saying, bear that. Do that hardship, glorious hardship, by Quran, by spreading the message of Quran. Did you understand? Okay, yeah, but again, the political, you can say, role of the Umayyads and the Abbasids, it did actually big damage to the Islamic values and to the Islamic, you can say, terminologies.
And it's still valid today. Not valid.
It's ongoing thing.
Yeah,
ongoing
it still
thing.
exists.
Because now it is, you know, this Umayyi and the Abbasi, you can say, interpretation of Islam became, now it is classed as classical and traditional interpretation of Islam. Do you understand? Okay, we Muslims, we don't need classical and anti-classical Islam. We need Quranic Islam, isn't it? We need Rahmanic Islam. Okay, we need prophetic Islam. Okay, but all of the political, you can say, Islam, regardless if it is Umayyis or Abbasis or Seljuqis or any political movements in the past, all of them twisted the religion to support their own goals. We do not practice our religion to help the goals of Bani Umayyah and Bani Abbas. We practice Islam for our own sake. Okay, so that's the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It is a spiritual jihad. It's a spiritual jihad. By that you mean a sort of unraveling of something a bit deeper within yourself. Training,
of course, because which is difficult. Okay, for example, force yourself to lie in your acts, in your feelings, in your emotions. Difficult. So struggle for it. Do jihad. Struggle. Gain that. So that is jihad.
Yeah. Okay.